farming, jobs uncertainty as milk haulier in administration. Fears that farmers will have to throw away thousands of litres of milk after one of the UK's largest milk hauliers has reportedly gone into administration overnight. Workers' rights had been violated by Close Brothers. The National Crime Agency should investigate this. The employees were told by management that 4 weeks ago, a complaint was made against Close Brothers Bank. And that is why the banks have moved aggressively against Lloyd Fraser with the appointment of an administrator. The high street fashion retailers were affected.
It has been, let's say, made by the secure creditor, and it has been outside of the control of the directors. The effect of the appointment is the companies aren't able to continue to trade. Unfortunately today, the majority of staff and basically everyone here today will be made redundant with immediate effect. The administrators will conduct a wind down of the remaining business. There are a small number of staff down in like the head office at Rugby who will be retained for a short period of time to assist us with that process. But as far as I'm aware, there's no one here who is being retained. So I appreciate you should have all been paid this morning for wages up to last Friday. So I know that you are all owed a week's wages up to today. So you are able to claim for unpaid wages and also unpaid holiday pay, pay in lieu of notice, and any staff who work for the company for more than 2 years are also entitled to claim for redundancy.
And the company's not being wound up?
So the company is in administration, which is an insolvency process.
But it hasn't got a winded up notice.
The thing is, a winding up petition is completely, so there's winding up, there's liquidation, and there's administration.
So should you not be alerted and aware that a legal contest is going to go on?
You should have asked my permission to film this before you...
I don't need your permission to film it.
You do,
you don't?
We're in a private place.
I don't. I'm telling you now, I do not need your permission to film it.
So if it gets contested and it gets
I can't comment on that because
right.
Well, he's not asking you to comment.
I'm just asking.
He's asking us to know because he's not going to be made redundant.
But that's easier to just say, you should all go home and wait until you hear something. Not you're redundant. It's like you get some sort of pleasure out of telling people, like Matt going out the gate, don't come back, mate, you're being made redundant. That is a ridiculous thing to do.
This is absolutely not the worst part of my job.
The main point.
Do you think I enjoy standing here?
Is your comment on what you enjoy or don't enjoy?
Is your job primarily to just go and tell people you've been made redundant? Because that's all you've just spoken about for the last 5 minutes.
My duty is, our duty as administrators is to act in the best interest of the company's creditors. So as officers of the court, our duty is to maximise realisations for the benefit of creditors. Now, ultimately, as employees, you are owed money, so you are a creditor. So my duty is to everybody, and I've got to act in the best interest of everybody, and that is what I'm doing. And the decision has been taken to make all staff redundant.
That's straight off the bat?
Straight away, because ultimately we can't operate. Because as soon as an administrator is appointed, operators' licences cease. We can't operate drones.
Ever wondered what happens when a key link in our food supply chain suddenly collapses? It's a domino effect of disruption, and recently it has hit closer to home than you might think. In the quiet hours of the night, one of the UK's largest milk hauliers, Lloyd Fraser, slipped into administration. This unexpected move left over 1,000 jobs hanging in the balance and sent shockwaves through the dairy industry. Lloyd Fraser's sudden closure left dairy farmers in Powys scrambling, unable to have their milk collected and facing the grim reality of having to discard thousands of litres of milk. But the upheaval didn't stop there. The ripple effects of this closure extended to the tanker drivers who were left jobless without warning, and the uncertainty of whether another haulage company would step in to help. The closure of Lloyd Fraser is more than just an administrative blip. It's a glaring example of workers' rights being violated. Brian Walters, the Farmers' Union of Wales Milk and Dairy Acting Chairman, aptly summed up the situation, stating, "Dairy farmers are already facing turbulent times as a result of weak milk prices. Failed collections will only add to those financial difficulties." However, amidst the chaos and uncertainty, there is a rallying cry for action. The National Crime Agency has been called upon to investigate this case. The employees call upon the MPs in Westminster to get their jobs back. The company has been, and the employees have been, serving Britain's farmers and retailers for 35 years. They are proud of being a key part of the British economy. This was a fraud committed against the workers by close brothers